Hello guys, Kai Miracle Reviews here, and before we get into my third part of the review marathon, I'd like to just bring up a few things I forgot in my Sinister Minister review, which is the accessories and just other little bits of information. The accessories that they come with are rosary beads, which are very nice, and an incense burner, which I've got here, which goes around their neck and kind of hangs there. It's very nice addition. Also that they aren't ball jointed, their heads only move left and right, their arms only move up and down, same with the legs. And so far the only those have no Sybil isn't ball jointed, Bush isn't ball jointed. This is my first ball jointed doll review, guys. The hype is real. So anyway, let's just move on because I really can't wait. It's just an amazing time for me. My next review is going to be on Calavera, and I adore Calavera so much. She's definitely by far my most favourite doll so far and possibly ever. And I'll show you why. First of all, let's start with the box. It's a very simple box. I can't really tell if there's any graining, as we've seen in Series 16. Or so forth. So to me it just looks like a very plain box on the outside and on the coffin lid. We have the tissue paper that's orange, which is also like Series 16. There's a little bit of glitter there, if you can see. I don't know if that's meant to be there, but it looks glittery. And the chipboard poem is of the doll right here, Calavera. The series down here, and she's in the background is her in a pumpkin field, and we have her name and chipboard poem, which reads out: "It is Calavera who cries and suffers, for she is completely out of her head, wandering round the cemetery collecting the bones of the dead." Is that right? Wandering through the graveyard collecting the bones of the dead. I will get that right. I always call it cemetery. And let's just jump in straight at the doll because she's just so. And here is Calavera, and oh my god, she's so beautiful. I can't even see. But I guess the best place to start would be her clothing. Her clothing's really nice. She has a skeleton jacket, and it's so nice because it zips down the middle. It's quite hard to unzip, but I never unzip it, mainly because she has quite bad staining on the bottom of her face. You can see here she has quite bad staining there, and on her chest, neck area. So I never really unzip it, but underneath she has a kind of felt, what the word? Everyone calls it a white beater. I don't like to call it that. I think it's a tank top. I think that's what other people call it. So yep, that's underneath the jacket. So I usually keep a jacket nice and zipped up so that her stains are hidden, and she also just looks so nice in it. Her skirt is a dual. Oh no, it's three. Is it? Yep, 3 layers. First layer is a kind of glittery, probably where the glitter came from in the box, kind of a glittery tulle, and then there's another layer of tulle, and the bottom is paper. It's a kind of, it feels papery, sounds papery. I'm going to say paper. It's not paper, I know, but I'm going with it. And she has tights and black Mary Janes, and tights and Mary Janes, they're just so nice to me. They just look so. I love her so much. And yep, that is her clothing. It's very simple, very nice. Works very well with her as a doll. And let's just move on to my favourite part of Calavera, which is her face. Look at it. You cannot tell me she is not the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen. It's a sugar skull from the Day of the Dead celebratory event in Mexico, I think do they only celebrate Day of the Dead there? I'm not sure, but I'm sure that's the main country. And she has a kind of spiderweb thing going on here, and it's very nice for her forehead. Red and black is theme on her face. She has a kind of flowery outline of her eyes. Her eyes are looking up as well, which we've seen with Purdy. I don't know if it's Purdy. And we have her nose, which kind of looks like a spade in playing cards. We have, we'll come to the mouth in a bit. We have these little kind of sketches here on her cheeks, which are really nice. And we have the little doodle here as well, but her mouth is where she just goes to another level, because I'm a sucker for mouth stitches. I'm a sucker for stuff like that, and it just works so well on her. She just looks so beautiful. She's definitely one of the most beautiful dolls I've ever seen. Her face paint does stop. You can't tell, but there we go. Let's see if you can tell there. Her face paint does stop round about here, so it's only her face that's painted. So she's not a white-skinned doll. And yep, so that's her face, and let's just look at it one more time. Really appreciate it. There we go. So moving on to her hair, and I compared it with Sinister Ministers because it's quite like Sinister Ministers, except the back isn't. But anyway, we'll get straight into it. Her hair's so nice. It has a lot of volume on it, so it kind of puffs out to the side. Not as much as the box gives her. The box gives her very wide hair. I'll grab it here. If we look here, the box gives her such wide hair, and she doesn't have that wide hair. And it's very nice, very smooth. It's very smooth texture, and it falls into place very nice. The only bit where it's a bit is the back, because it looks very uneven from the back, and it's especially this part. There's just one part where her hair's cut completely short. I don't know whether that's just mine or what, but it does look a little odd. However, I don't look at it from the back because of her beautiful face, and she's just so nice. She's so nice to display, and oh yeah. So I'm sounding really creepy here, but she is just such a beautiful doll, and she's so nice. I can't recommend her enough. But we'll now move on to her accessories. I'll just stick it down here. Okay, so her first accessory, which you've probably seen her holding, is the little pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat basket, and it's exactly like pumpkins from Series 16, except this one is a little lighter. If I'll just grab pumpkins to show you. We have this one, and this is Calavera's, and here is Pumpkins. Wrong way. He has a mustache now, and as you can see, this one's a little lighter. So there's that, and apart from that, that's pretty much all there is with this accessory. And next we have her mask, and her mask works so well with her eyes. Let us just put it on, and while I'm putting it on, I just want to say that the mask for Pumpkin, Ember, and Calavera are all suspected to be throwbacks to Halloween 3's masks, which is of a skull, a pumpkin, and a witch, which I didn't notice until recently, and it's just a very nice concept, and I hope it's what they were going for. But if we look here, just look at that. I don't think they're just they're meant to be like that, and it's just such a nice look for her. And I'll have to hold this up, but as you see here, her eyes look so nice with it on, and for some reason it's dropping, so she looks really weird. But apart from that, the mask looks so nice on it, and she's such a nice doll. I cannot recommend her enough. I know I'm judging harshly, but 10. I give her a 10 out of 10, and I don't care what people have to say. She's so beautiful. I do care what you have to say, but you can't change my opinion on Calavera. Her variant as well is very nice. I don't have a variant though. But anyway, let's start with some information. Her death, her death date is, I think it was November 2nd. Either way, it's the Day of the Dead in Mexico. So that's why her name, Calavera, means skull in Spanish. And her and Pumpkin, who I've been talking about a lot in this review, are brother and sister by canon. If you haven't seen the Resurrection series 8, they have been officially called brother and sister. I don't know if that's just with the Resurrections, but I don't care. They are, even the main series, they are officially brother and sister to me, and that's the best thing ever because they're two of the best dolls. And any other information I've got Calavera? The variants come to 275 pieces each, so they're very rare. Yep, that's pretty much all the information I have on Calavera, except I'll read out her death certificate now. On All Souls Day, Calavera went insane, expiring from the sickness inside of her brain. Her only comfort now is to wander all alone, lurking in the dark, collecting dead bones. And that's a very creepy one. I think I spoke too much about how I love Calavera on to a bit of a scary level, but she's just so nice. She's definitely my favourite and the doll that I plan on keeping throughout all of my life if I can, all of my collecting career. So yep, that was the whole marathon actually. That was Sybil, Sinister Minister and Bad Habit, and to finish off, Calavera. And I'm really happy with how it's all turned out, and I hope everyone out there enjoys it. So if you can, just leave a like, leave a comment, anything you can. I'd love to hear from anyone really, and I will speak to you all again in my next review.